What other expenses are involved in the closing?
Well, as we have discussed earlier, you do pay the appraiser and the inspector to come out and value the property. We will set that up, but Rehab Financial Group has no financial interest in that. You pay those professionals directly. So those expenses would have to be accrued. And again, those amounts will vary depending on the location of the property, whether it's a one-family, whether it's a four-family, and the complexity of the work that needs to be done there. Also at closing, there are other third parties that are paid, such as the title company for closing the loan, for title insurance, notary fees, transfer taxes, prorated property taxes. Those are all things that are not part of RFG's fee structure and are really determined by the title company and paid for by the borrower at the time of closing, in addition to RFG's fees.
What's the reason you ordered an appraisal and an inspection?
Well, the appraisal is really the foundation on which we value the property to determine the loan and how much we can loan. While we want to make every borrower as nice a loan package as possible, and we want to be able to fund 100% of the purchase and the rehab costs, we do have to be mindful of the fact that property values do vary greatly, and on occasion the borrower may not have as good a sense of the real after repaired value of the property as we think there needs to be. And we just need a confirmation of what that value is, and that's why we hire a licensed professional to evaluate the after repaired value of the property.
So they calculate the after repair value, and that's how you pay?
Yes. They look at the borrower's repair list to see what the borrower intends to do with the property, and then values the property from there. We also then do ask them to give us an as-is value, so we make sure that the price being paid for the property in its as-is condition is appropriate, and an income approach, so we can really get a sense of the property's value if it were a rental property.
Okay. And what about the inspection report?
What the inspection report does for us, has the borrower provides their detailed inspection list, or their detailed repair list, to the inspector, and he will verify that that list is thorough and complete. We've had people who have forgotten to do front stairs, or not included a kitchen in their estimate, or a bathroom in their estimate, and it's just a double check to make sure that everything that needs to be done in the property to bring it to code, make it rentable, make it saleable, make it financeable, is going to be done to the property, and so that it will reach its fullest value potential. He also verifies that the cost being associated with each of those repairs is appropriate for the repair, for what the repair will cost. We have a lot of people who say to me, well, I'm a contractor and I'm going to do the work myself, so I'm not going to include a labor component. Is that okay? And we explain to them that that's not okay, because in the unlikely event that the loan defaults, you're not going to and my RFG has to foreclose on the property. It's unlikely that as the defaulting borrower, you're going to finish the work without charging labor. So we have to have a reserve there to be able to fund finishing the property ourselves if that's what happens.